Alright, welcome back to another episode of making my new Jarvis program. As I've said in the last two videos, this is about the 8th time that I've recorded or remade my Jarvis. So I feel like I'm qualified to speak a little bit on my matter. So in the previous two episodes, we made two definitions. Even before that, we have a main file here. It just imports this helper file that we are creating along the way. Inside the helper file, we created the speech recognition system here that pings Google to see if you have internet. If you have internet, it uses Google to figure out what you're saying to get a more accurate description. And if it can't figure out, or if it can't get to Google, then it uses Pocket Sphinx, which is a library we downloaded, and that allows you to get offline speech recognition. Then in the previous episode, we actually coded this, which allows you to pass in a string, a text, anything, and it'll speak it back to you. And here's an example of it. Just
hello, I am Jarvis.
And that works offline as well. Alright, so now just to get started, I'm going to get rid of this. So this is our main file. For what you would think as Jarvis, you would think of something that's always listening, kind of like Siri, or if you have a Google device, the Google, okay Google, that kind of Google. I won't say any of the other ones, but I know they're a lot more sensitive than those, especially if you're watching on a mobile device. They're not going to pick up. So let's get started. We're going to start by declaring a value that I'm going to call looping, and we're just going to set it to true. And we're going to use a while loop. So a while loop just means as long as this value is true, and that's going to be looping, whatever's inside here will happen. So all this will happen. So every time, what it's going to do is it's going to run Jarvis help dot speech recognition, because that's going to get what you're saying. So I'm going to have to edit this file just a little bit. So instead of printing it, we can still keep the print. We'll do at the end return said. Alright, so we're going to do, this is going to be our command. So command equals that. Now we're going to have a lot of if statements, because you want, if you say hello, he says hello. If you say goodbye, he says goodbye, stuff like that. So we're going to do if, and for example, I'll use hello for starts. Hello. I try to keep it all lowercase, because I can actually scroll back and show Google and Sphinx both return them as lowercase. If you would like to use another source as your input, maybe the command line, you'll just need to either edit it here, make this capital, or change your input value to be lowercase. There are ways to do that. I'm not going to go over that just because I'm not needing it for this. If you'd like me to, leave it in the comments and I can go over it. But alright, we're going to say if hello in command. So that's saying if we say hello, then what are we going to do? For now, we're going to pass. And the only reason we're passing it is because I need to actually import something else. So we're going to import the random. This should be pre-installed. If not, you'll just go into your command prompt. Let me open it up. And for Windows, it's Python -m pip install, and it'll be random. Oh yeah, I'm not connected to internet, duh. So we're not going to continue that. I know it's installed. And the reason we're using random is because we're going to allow him to have multiple different responses. So we're going to have a value called responses. And that's going to be a dictionary. Or is this an array? Or a list. We're going to say it's a list. It's a list of responses. So we're going to have them say hello, or hi, there we go. Or I'm from the south, so we'll do howdy, because why not? That is not how you spell that. Oh, dear. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do Jarvis help file dot speak, and we're going to pass in random dot choice, and inside the choice we're going to type in the response. Alright, so what this does is it's going to call Jarvis help speech recognition, which is our speech recognition. Whatever we say, it's going to return that to command, because that's what this return right here says. Then it's going to say if we said hello inside there, then we have a variable called responses. It's set to a few responses he can have, and it'll speak a random choice of them. So go ahead and run this. Currently right now, the only way to kill it is to use Control-C or to actually kill your whole command prompt. We'll be fixing that here in just a second. But alright. Hello.
Howdy.
Hello.
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 Alright, that's enough testing. You should have the idea down. It is random. For me, I do like to add some more values because we don't just say hello. You know, we might say hi, hey, stuff like that. So you can add more by just saying or, and then writing the same thing. So we'll say hi. And what I recommend is if you're using the same stuff I do, turn your internet off and run Sphinx and just hi, 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 hey, hey, whatever. Because they'll give you values like this. Hi. We'll do hey. And then we'll do or hey, spelled with a Y. Now that wouldn't be as useful if you were, doing direct input from a keyboard, but what can you say? I am going to remove the howdy. That was just to have a third value to show you. But alright, on to the next thing. We are going to do a shutdown right now. We're going to call else if, and we're going to say if I say shut down. We're just going to say shut down because you don't want to give it too many. Sometimes I'll do, power down or turn off or all three. But the more you say, the more likely it is you accidentally say it and shut your program down. Because the idea of like Jarvis is it just runs infinitely. You never have to touch it. It doesn't shut down, nothing. It just runs. Alright. Enough rambling. We're going to give it a speech dealio. And we're just going to have it say, you can pass a direct string in. So we're just going to have it say powering down. Powering down. We'll say now. Punctuation doesn't matter obviously because it's speaking. Then we're going to set that looping to false. Alright, and now if it's running, hello.
Hi.
How are you? So since that one didn't have a response, you can see it skips it. Shut down. Shut down. Let me actually cut my Wi-Fi back on so we can have Google, because that one runs better. I'm probably covering my microphone up some. Shut down. Okay, so shut down is one word on there. So we'll kill it. We'll do over shut down. So this is some of the playing around you have to do is just, how does this person take it? Hello.
Hi.
Hey. Hey.
Hi.
shut down.
Powering down now.
And see, it ended the program once I said shut down. Alright. There's some other values we can go through. Let's see, what's some other stuff that I've done before that I would like to still do? Ask him to tell you your name. Or tell us his name. There we go. I'll say it one of these times. So we can say your name. That's all I usually pass in command. Because if you say, hey, tell me your name, it's gonna give you that. And then we can do the same thing as before, this little section right here. I typically have this like copied and pasted 400 times. And we can come over here and you can type in whatever. So, my name is Jarvis. Or maybe I am Jarvis. Or my full name is just a rather very intelligent. That's not how you spell intelligent. Intelligent. We're going with that. System. You can call me Jarvis. Or you can call me Jarvis. So there's a bunch of different responses here. He's going to choose one of them and say it back. So now if I run them, tell me your name.
You can call me Jarvis.
So there we go. Alright, what's some other ones? Some other things that I've done before, literally just looking at some old code. Thank you. We'll just respond, you're welcome. What's the time? This was actually, I was coding it for Raspberry Pi, so that will be more useful. What's another one? Are you there? And I believe that's it for right now. You can expand as much as you want. As we continue, I plan on expanding. That's why I'm not adding as much right now. So yeah, I think this will be the end of this episode. In the next one, we are going to implement Wolfram Alpha to be able to search up information and get responses back. So until then, I will catch you on the other side.